Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list updates. Today's date is Monday, April 4th, 2022. So, this will have actually covered a 2-week period of around March 21st through April 3rd of 2022. Because this past week I was very sick. I had an upper respiratory infection. And before anyone asks, it was not, the virus that can't be mentioned on YouTube sometimes. It was not the flu. I did get tested for all of that. It was just a good old-fashioned respiratory infection, and it literally was the worst sickness I have had in probably 4 or 5 years. Like, compared to anything else I've gotten in the last several years, this easily... Well, there was that time I had tonsillitis in like 2019 that was pretty bad. But honestly, this was bad. This just straight up knocked me out for several days because like last Sunday was when the symptoms sort of started. Could tell I was sick and then couldn't really sleep properly that Sunday to Monday morning. Went to the doctor, the urgent care, and that's when I get my diagnosis. And basically, I was just coughing up a storm, and I'm still coughing quite a bit, but I'm not anywhere near as much as I was, and it's getting a lot of that, I guess, phlegm up and out. So, was coughing and still am. Had a bad sore throat and headache, just some other congestion. I had a real high fever for a while, which is what threw me off, because my fever... Maybe it was just from laying under the covers a bit, but my fever got up into the 103s, so it was not a fun time. I mean, I eventually got everything brought down, but I mean, I really didn't feel like doing anything until like Sunday, so April 3rd. Like, I didn't even get on my computer until like Saturday night, I think, and then again some on Sunday, and I mostly just laid around and like slept all day because I just was so sick. It was not a fun time. I don't recommend getting an upper respiratory, and I would probably not recommend working in the healthcare field if you value your own health. But anyways, that all being said, I'm still not over everything. My throat's still fairly like sensitive because it got so heavily scratched up from mucus and from the just insane amount of coughing. But that being said, we can at least talk about trophies a little bit. So before we talk about major trophies, I want to scroll down just a little bit. Far Cry 6, the Stranger Things DLC released. It was another free DLC. So as far as I know, that's the last like piece of story content this game is ever supposed to get. So that released like at the very end of March, and that means that unless we get some sort of New Game Plus DLC with a new high difficulty, or they like randomly throw out another season of those Become the Villain DLCs, like if they had one for Castillo, which probably wouldn't be all that good because Castillo was a pretty weak villain, but they could throw in the Jackal from Far Cry 2. Hell, they could probably find a way to milk it and throw in the twins from New Dawn. Then again, I'm pretty sure New Dawn is not canon anymore with this game. It's like in 2 different timelines now or something. I need to make like a video about that sometime, or just do a little bit more looking into that, because it's really weird because it feels like it's now diverged into like 2 separate timelines, so the developers can go whichever way they feel they need to for future entries, which was probably not a bad idea on their part. But now that that's come out, I'm probably pretty much done with Far Cry 6 until... I mean, I still would not at all be surprised if they inevitably release some kind of New Game Plus Ultra Hardcore mode difficulty. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they did it. I really hope they don't do it, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did, because that's such a common thing nowadays. So as for actual trophies earned, they were done in 4 total games. The first was Call of Duty Vanguard. So I didn't get any campaign trophies in this past 2-week period. There's 2 campaign trophies left for blind firing and for this one, which I'm probably going to go for both trophies during like a live stream to get the platinum for the game. Otherwise, I have to still reach level 55. I'm somewhere in the 30s. I have no idea where I am for the operator or for the weapon. I just haven't really been playing the game enough to get there. I mean, these aren't difficult trophies at all, especially because you can do some of them in the zombies. None of these trophies are difficult. They just take some time, and some grinding in this game is also terrible, so that makes it a lot less enjoyable. But I did earn a few miscellaneous trophies here. So let's see. I would have earned... Yes, I would have earned this one for entering the Ether Shroud 5 times with less than 25% health. So that one, you just have to let your health drop down and then use the artifact. You don't have to do all 5 in a single game, by the way. It can be done over the course of multiple games, so you can very easily just charge it up and get it at the very beginning of a match. I also got this trophy for 10 melee kills on zombies that have been affected by the Frost Blast artifact. Problem is, Frost Blast often will kill the zombies, unfortunately, so this one probably will take a few tries, but once again, you don't have to do all 10 in a single match. You can do it over the course of multiple matches. So, again, not a difficult trophy overall. Otherwise, I just have to do the Ring of Fire artifact and the 10,000 total zombies kills, plus all the stuff for the multiplayer that can also be kind of done in zombies. So I'll probably focus on getting my 10,000 zombies kills as well as this trophy first. And if I have any ranking left to go after that, I can always just play the multiplayer a little bit to break it up and go for these other few trophies. And then those last couple of campaign trophies. So eventually I will have this platinum done. I don't know exactly when, though. We're going to skip over Resident Evil real quick because I actually only earned 1 trophy in Horizon, so I'll go ahead and get that out of the way. Currently, I am at level like 32 or so, and we'll be able to see our percentages when I look at the other list. But I recovered Poseidon, which is another story-related quest. So that's 2 of the 3 like Gaia sub-functions found. We still have to get, this one is Demeter, or Demeter, however it's pronounced. And then I think that these last 3 are all story-related trophies. Because I finished like, maybe it's like 11 of the story quests or something. And then it's just a bunch of other miscellaneous trophies. I don't think I earned anything else during the 2-week period, but I'm going to look through real quick. This one might have been during that 2-week period, or it might have been like the Sunday before with completing a single arena challenge. No, these were all right before that 2-week period. Okay, so that was the only trophy I got. I was just making sure. If we look at the PS5 version, we're 2/3 of the way to level 50, so that's like level 33-ish or 34-ish. So 2/3 of the way through that. Obviously, none of these are going to have percentages. I'm still surprised the tall neck one doesn't have a percentage. Well, it's actually, yeah, it does. Okay, so I've done 33%, so I've done 2 of the 6 tall necks. This is for the rebel camps, which apparently... so... Is that gonna... Why does that one not show up? That's kind of silly. Like, that one doesn't get a percentage, but the other one does. The cores... Oh, nope, didn't mean to hit that. Hit circle by accident. Let's scroll on back down to that. Yeah, but the cores get a trophy, so I've done one of those 4, so I don't know what that's all about. I don't need to track this. That's an easy trophy. It's just something that takes some time. I've cleared like 2/3 of the hunting grounds. Oh no, I've only cleared half the hunting grounds. Never mind, there's 4 sets of hunting grounds. A handful of acquisition machines left. 3 out of the 4 recon machines. Almost 2/3 of the way through the combat machines, and 1 more transport machine. I'm still a good ways from getting through the whole world and all, so it's going to be a little while. Ride all of the regular mounts, that's 2/3 of them, so I'm only missing... I'm missing either the... I don't know which one I'm missing, actually. I need to check and see which one I have not done before. Then the every type of machine trophy. I'm pretty close on this one, as you can see, like 76%. Apparently, they have gone in and changed the missable trophy so that supposedly now the Stalker and the Stalker Prime, you can scan their bodies after you kill them instead of actually scanning them. when you fight them. So supposedly you can now get the trophies even if you kill them. Don't know entirely how true that is, but I have been told that, so hopefully that's actually true. One more weapon class to obtain, 4 more machine types to override, the melee pits, then upgrade 1 more type of pouch, I don't know which one, and then we'll be done. Obviously, though, this game will get DLC at some point. I'm almost like 99.9% sure this game will get DLC with trophies eventually. And finally, we have Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. This has been where the majority of my time has been spent when I have been playing over the last couple of weeks. So, as for trophies I earned, I completed the story. So, we completed the 5th mission and the 6th mission. 6th mission isn't terrible. 5th mission is pain and agony, especially on professional, but we'll get to that in a moment. I've achieved 2 of the 3 endings in the game. So you have to follow orders, which means you have to eliminate your final target, which is going to put you against 3 enemies at the end. Then attempt the rescue, which is sparing that character, and survive the encounter is fairly simple. This seems to be the main ending that most people want to go for. This one, I think you just have to attempt the rescue, but then die, or let the person you're protecting die. I have killed an enemy with each weapon type, including the special weapons. I don't remember exactly when I got that, but it's still a fairly easy trophy. Complete all missions on professional. Not too terribly hard, especially because you can do them in co-op. It's certainly not the hardest trophy in the game. Then you have to complete all missions with at least an S rank, which is not really that hard to do overall. It's more about this here trophy for S+ on all missions on veteran or professional. So this trophy is one of the most painful things I have done in the last couple years as a trophy hunter. This trophy was absolutely horrible from start to finish. The first 2 missions aren't that bad. Those didn't take me too many tries. Like, I think I did each of those in 1 or maybe 2 tries. 4th mission was also fairly easy, so those 3 missions aren't much of a problem. And, let's see. 6th mission, I don't think gave me that much trouble once I had a strategy down for it. Or, no, 6th mission might have only taken 1 try. But then it's mainly missions 3, 5, and 7 where the difficulty comes from. 3 is really only difficult because of that power plant section at the very end. It was much easier once I was playing as Lupo with her, whatever it's called, like her invincibility ability that you get. That makes it significantly easier to get through. And because I'm not entirely sure the enemies are fully infinitely respawning, at least after you take out the first generator, they aren't. The 5th mission is just terrible all the way through because the requirements are really, really tight. And I think you're only allowed 1 death on that, which is what makes it so difficult. Because 1 death can happen just like that with the snap of a finger if something goes wrong. And then you have to replay the whole mission. That one has a lot of Spec Ops guys. The final battle really isn't that hard if you pick up the flamethrower. I highly, highly recommend picking up the flamethrower at the end. It's in one of the crates when you're like back outside and you go back onto the street right before you start facing all the hunters that fall from the sky. It's really annoying still, but the flamethrower does make it easier and you can refill the ammo as many times as you want. And then it makes the 2 tyrants like really, really easy. The tyrants are one of the easiest parts of the mission, which is surprising. 6th mission, I don't think gave me that much trouble. I don't remember it that well. 7th mission is still pretty brutal because of the kill requirement. If it wasn't the kill requirement, it wouldn't be that bad because you could just, use your armor to run through difficult parts of it. But because of the way that mission works, there's nowhere near enough enemies on a normal playthrough to get it. So you have to farm kills at the very end when you're underneath the stand of the character that you either have to protect or kill at the end. So it's not easy. It's actually quite challenging because the zombies will still kill you very quickly. And if you step out from the ledge, the guy up top will kill you very quickly. But also, I found out, and I wish I had known this, that apparently, I don't know if this was every single mission or if it was just on the last mission, but at the very least on the last mission, if you die, the collectibles you find and the kills you get carry over between deaths, but I think your time may also carry over. So it's actually not a bad idea to let yourself be killed a couple of times while farming the zombies at the end if you get into like a bad situation. Because that mission allows for 3 deaths, so you do get a little bit of a wiggle room there. And then you definitely want to choose to spare the prisoner when you get the option to spare or kill. Sparing them will make the final battle go significantly easier than it would otherwise. So it's pretty tough. It's definitely one of the more painful things I've done. And you can't really make this easier by playing in co-op. Because if you play in co-op, the enemies will have more health, it seems like. At least it seemed like they did. And obviously then you're spreading out your items across more people. And because the requirements, like, if you're playing in 2-player, it's like half as many requirements, but then your teammates can take your kills. So you still need to get enough kills to get all of the stuff done, to get all the requirements. Because for each S+ rank, you need a certain number of kills. You need a maximum number of deaths that you can have. You have to complete the level in a certain amount of time. You have to pick up a certain number of collectible items. Now, if you are playing in a group with other people, you can obviously coordinate it to where, you know, you pick up the items and you can run through the level a little bit faster. And sometimes you can hang back and let your team take people out and probably not die. But then, of course, you got the kills to worry about. So it's a big balancing act. It's pretty tough. It's not a good time. I would not recommend playing this game if I were you guys. I would not recommend starting it up. If you want to go back and finish it, go ahead. But I would not recommend going in and starting it nowadays. Other trophies I earned within the past week, let's see. Free a teammate from a liquor grapple. You just have to damage the liquor enough while they're grappling. This one takes a long time. It's probably going to be the last trophy I get. Kill 17 hunters. That's not terribly difficult because you kill them in a certain number of missions. The parasites, I think I'm like halfway through this one because it's in the stats menu. This one's probably also in the stats menu, but I didn't see what I was at. Let's see, I killed a total of 3 tyrants. This one's going to come naturally if you beat that 5th mission twice, because there's 2 tyrants at the end of it. Let's see, what else? Zombie dogs, I have like 11, so I only need a couple more. I'll knock that out pretty easily. I purchased all the weapons, and there's a nice little trick you can do with this game. Once you save up enough XP points, you can purchase all of the weapons. Then immediately, once the trophies pop, quit to the XMB, and then go back into the game, and it'll save your trophy, but it won't save the points you spent, so you can then respend them on the upgrade trophies, which is the other set of trophies I got, as you have to purchase and fully upgrade all abilities for all 6 of the base game characters, which is a bit expensive, because you need something like 250,000 XP to purchase all of the characters and all of the ability, or all the abilities and all the ability upgrades. So, I mean, it takes time. It takes quite a while to get that many points if you are getting through the game really quickly. But if you're taking a few tries to get through stuff, you might be okay. So I don't actually have anything left to grind in terms of points. I just have to grind those close quarters kills, parasite kills, and zombie dog kills. And then I got this trophy for kills while using a zombie as a shield. Those are easy. The incendiary kills are easy now that I have a fully upgraded incendiary, so that's another slightly grindy trophy left. I collected all 7 raccoons. There's 1 on each mission, just a collectible type. So yeah, let's see. It's just, you know, grind out the remaining incendiary kills, the remaining zombie dogs, the remaining parasites and CQC kills, and then just the other ending. So, actually, before I go for grinding that stuff specifically, I have to finish off the DLC. The DLC I'm getting pretty close to being done, at least the first one. So the first one, you have... This trophy is, like, at the very end of By the Trail of Our Dead. You have to sneak through the liquor room without alerting any of them. It's very, very easy to do. It shouldn't cause much of a problem. This is a multiplayer trophy, but it's very easily boosted on the Foundry map once you can actually find the map. You can do it in a private match with one other partner. Then you get 3 trophies for completing the 3 story missions of this DLC. 13 bomb dogs detonated. They only show up in the second mission of the 3, so I know why you cry. They only show up during that mission, and only 2 of them show up. So you have to kill them, let yourself be killed, and repeat until you get the trophy. It's easy, though. For this one, this is also in that second mission. You have to find some C4, which you can find during the Nemesis fight, and carry it, another 5 minutes through the level until you get to the Foundry and plant it on the secret door there. Beat any Echo 6 expansion mission with the 3 female characters in your party. That's very easy. Just make sure all 3 female characters are in your party at once. This is the only trophy I have left, and this one, there is an extremely easy method to do it because I tried to do this one legitimately, and it was really, really annoying. I don't know if you can do it legitimately on the second mission, at least not solo, because that's what the guide was saying to do. But there's like no way because there's so many human enemies, and some of them are so out of reach that you can't get to them. And then you fight that one umbrella guy sort of like midway through it that just one-shot curb stomps you. So I don't think you can do it on the second mission if you're doing it solo. Maybe if you were doing it in co-op or if you use the exploit method. The exploit method, though, requires another player, so I'll get someone from the boosting group to join me for a brief 10 to 15 minute stint just to knock out this trophy, and then this DLC will be done. This is also in that second mission. As for Echo 6 Expansion Pack 2, you have 3 trophies for finishing the remaining 3 missions. By the way, every single trophy in these DLCs can be done on the easiest difficulty, which is awesome. Makes life so much easier. Slay a total of 5 tyrants. That one I got along with that 3 tyrant one, mostly within the single player, just because of that whole finishing that one mission with the S+ ranking. 5 kills with the rocket launcher. You can do this one in multiplayer, or you can do it in the second mission of the first expansion pack, actually. You can't, I don't know if you can do it in the second expansion pack, but you can do it in the other expansion pack. Like, the 2 expansion packs actually work together for your trophy progress. They both will count toward pretty much any of the trophies, which is nice. This is an online trophy. This one's a little bit annoying. Even if you do boost it, it does take a little while to get every single player to get the trophy, but it's still not that difficult. I believe this one comes naturally simply by completing this DLC, but I haven't done any of the missions yet. Beat a mission with the 3 male characters in your party. I did that with the first expansion, like any of those missions with all the male characters will unlock this. I still have to kill 3 super tyrants. I believe this one's a little bit grindy because there's only like one place you can do it right at the end. And then you have to complete a mission with no one going down, so no one dying. This one's not that hard. I did it on the second mission for the first DLC, but I'm sure that you could do it on others. Maybe the first mission would be a little bit easier because it's shorter, but it's still not really that difficult of a trophy whatsoever. So really, all I have left is playing through the second DLC, grinding out super tyrant kills and a few trophies from the base game, and that one trophy that's going to require me to bring in a partner from my boosting group, because they can, basically, we just play through the mission together, we get to the final checkpoint, I quit the game, and then they re-invite me to the game, and it wipes your stats, so you're good to go with that. So that's what I'm certainly going to do for that. I'm not going to keep trying to do it the way the developers intended, because this game has pissed me off enough, and I'm just going to be happy to have it done. It is going to be Platinum number 600. I have to get one more Platinum before it, and I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm going to get for number 599, because it finally showed up on Gamefly after like a month. So, provided the copy actually works, because it was in the mail for like a month, we'll have to see. So, provided the copy works, that'll be $5.99, and Resident Evil will be $600. So, Level 772, 21%, 22,858 total trophies, 598 platinums, 3,739 golds, 6,080 silvers, 12,441 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. Hopefully get platinum number 600 with that one game from Gamefly, plus Resident Evil, and hopefully have Resident Evil 100% done would be awesome. Otherwise, though, Horizon is my main focus, along maybe with some Vanguard, Ghost of Tsushima, and Battlefield 1943. Those are all my focuses for April. It's going to be a busy month because I got to get caught up a little bit because I wasn't expecting a freak illness that would sideline me for an entire week, pretty much. Then in May, of course, The Division and GTA 5, but I always mention those. June, Black Ops 3. July, a couple of games that I haven't actually started, but I don't know if I will do them. I mean, well, one of them I don't know if I'll do. The other one I know I will do because it's not really that difficult. And then, of course, the rest of 2022, stuff like COD Classic, Shadow of the Colossus, Uncharted 3, Codename Exiles, Outer Worlds, a handful of other games. I had this Dead Alliance game that I tried to trade into GameStop to get some credit toward my purchase of Overcooked All You Can Eat, but unfortunately don't take it anymore. So I'll probably try to sell it at some point on eBay because that's about the best you can hope for these days. So yeah, this month is going to be fairly busy with these games, but I would love to get through Horizon. I would love to get through Resident Evil. I would love to get through Battlefield 1943. I'd love to maybe even get through COD Vanguard because that would be just so many big chunks of gameplay done, which would then really, really allow me to hit like GTA 5 hard in the next month or so because I really do want to knock out GTA 5 on the PS4 so I can auto pop it on PS5 because I am not looking forward to the Doomsday Heist and all that kind of crap again. And of course there's a Division there, but you guys know my feelings on that and how that's the one game I would pay someone to carry me through at this point because I just can't deal with it anymore. But you never know. We'll see. Maybe I'll go in with a calmer mind someday. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. Videos will hopefully be fairly normal this week. I don't know if there will be a stream because I'm still getting my voice back. My throat's still got some issues to it. So we'll see if there's any streams this week. If there is, though, the good thing is that one game is very short. For that platinum, it would only take like an hour to an hour and a half, so it probably wouldn't stress my voice too much. So that's my hope for this weekend, to stream that for $5.99 and then $600 sometime this weekend. So thank you guys for watching. See you for the next one.